First started hearing from teachers, and they said, "Oh, I got this letter," and I started like reading their letters, and they asked me, "Have you gotten one?" I said, "No, I haven't, and I hope I don't get one." But eventually, I got one too. And the letter, it does say if you want to make sure you don't lose your water rights, you have to this day to file some motion in the court. So we had to immediately find an attorney that specializes in that. They filed it for us to make sure that we didn't jeopardize our water rights. And then I started attending a couple of meetings and like, oh, this is a big deal. We got sued, and when I say we, it's like our whole community within the Cuyama Valley was sued by, some folks and big companies. And so now we're trying to defend our water rights. And without water, we have no schools. Without water, how much is your home really valued at? And so it's a big thing that's going on now, and it'll probably go on the next 5 years. We had no meters for years and years until this happened, and we got our letter. Then the attorney said, "What? Do you know how much water you use?" Well, no. I mean, if you're asking me for a number, we don't. Well, you might want to buy some measuring tool to make sure we continue to pump that water out and not lose that right. So we did that January of last year, but we had to go back like 5-10 years back. Well, I had to hire like a professional, because if we come up with our own number and they ask me, what expertise do you have in this area? Well, we have none. So we had to go find somebody that can go to court and defend us if we need it. Let's see if I can find you. We have a well here, but it doesn't produce a lot of water. Well, it doesn't give us much of anything. But this is where we store our water that comes from the town and from our well. But yeah, it is deep, but I don't know, maybe because of the water levels might not be high. Maybe we need to dig deeper, I guess. It's kind of a little daunting sometimes, knowing that this is something that I didn't know much about until I got here, and I had to learn real fast. I got a call from somebody in the county office, say, "Hey, Cuyama needs a superintendent. Do you think you can come and help us out?" I said, "Well, I could go help for a little bit in my mind." I come from Bakersfield, this is an hour away, and quite honestly, I figure a year and a half. I'm finishing my 6th year. I just felt that I could make a difference. Cuyama is very hard to find a superintendent. I was out for 6 weeks 2 years ago, and I tried to find somebody to come and just do my job for those 6 weeks. I couldn't find anyone, and I'm thinking, oh man, this is not good, And but I came back, and so I'm here, and everybody I think appreciates the work that I do, and I appreciate getting to know everybody. It's a really good community. The hiring of the attorney, hiring the expert. Right now, it's been about $25,000. Again, $25,000 that we could have spent it doing something else. We don't have $25,000 to throw around. And this is just for the initial phase. Now that we start in phase 2, it'll cost us a few more $1,000s, I'm sure. We could have used $25,000 for a lot of things, quite honestly. More books, more instructional supplies, so teachers don't have to buy their own at times. We lost a couple of special ed aides. We lost half of what we needed to continue. My reading specialist that we just laid off. So we've lost that for sure. I mean, that's one thing we lost. I don't have a secretary, by the way. I do my own secretarial job too. I don't know that there's a state in California that the superintendent does not have a secretary. But we got to do what we got to do, and so I think my speed, my typing speed has gone up quite a bit. I was the only boy that took typing in high school, So that skill has come in very handy all these years. So I'm proud of that. Well, if we don't hire the attorney, if they're not representing us, there is a possibility that we would give up our water rights and that we would have no water in the schools. At first, quite honestly, I said maybe that's why we didn't get the letter. They at least had some senses like, let's not pick on the school. And soon enough, we got our letter too. So at that point, I was like, well, I guess my good thoughts didn't come out to be true.